It's a real explosion inside the Chargers. Hot news just broke, and you need to pay attention because today is no day for messing around. Before we dive into the details, if you're a true Chargers fan, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any exclusive updates. Every day, we bring you the latest and greatest information straight from the trusted source. Chargers fans, take a deep breath, because what happened last Friday in Sao Paulo may have completely changed the course of the NFL season. While the rest of the league was still preparing for opening week, the Los Angeles Chargers already delivered a resounding message, one that no one forgets. They defeated none other than the Kansas City Chiefs, led by the phenomenon Patrick Mahomes, a three-time Super Bowl champion and absolute ruler of the division in recent years. But be warned, this was no ordinary victory. It was the first time in 4 long years that the Bolts managed to overcome the most feared rival in the AFC West, and that alone puts Los Angeles in the NFL spotlight. And what's more, what makes it all even more electrifying is that Justin Herbert simply shone like never before, making it clear he's not just here to play, but to dominate. He outplayed Mahomes on Brazilian soil, displaying the coolness, talent, and leadership of a true MVP in the making. At the same time, Jim Harbaugh proved why his arrival could be a turning point for the franchise. The coach many considered overly critical has now demonstrated his ability to transform potential into concrete results, leading a team that, for the first time in years, appears ready to challenge any NFL giant. The 27-21 score doesn't do justice to what was seen on the field. More than just numbers, the game was a message to the entire league. The Chargers are back, and they didn't come to play around, and the recognition was quick to come. ESPN analyst Mike Greenberg got straight to the point. These Chargers are legitimate Super Bowl contenders. It's worth remembering that when Harbaugh arrived, Greenberg had estimated at least 3 years for the team to become competitive at the championship level. Now, after their historic debut, he admits that this future has arrived much sooner than expected. And if Harbaugh is the conductor organizing the orchestra, Herbert was the soloist who took the performance to new heights. With precise passes, smart decisions, and a confidence that set the stadium ablaze in Sao Paulo, the number 10 proved there are no limits to what he can achieve this season. Harbaugh, known for his extreme demands, didn't hide his emotion. This victory will be remembered forever. It was monumental, but calm down, fans, because the story is just beginning. If the first chapter was already electrifying, the next promises even more tension and excitement. Every great achievement comes with obstacles, and the first of them already arose shortly after the celebration in Brazil. And that's exactly where our next point comes in: the concern for one of the fundamental pieces of the Chargers' defense, which could test the team's depth and resilience in the coming weeks. The Chargers' victory was huge, historic, and exciting, but not everything was cause for celebration. Amid the explosion of joy over the end of their drought against the Chiefs, fans received news that immediately raised concerns. Linebacker Denzel Perryman had to leave the field with an ankle injury. The scene alone left many fans apprehensive. After the game, Perryman was seen walking in a protective orthopedic boot, and this detail set off alarm bells in Los Angeles. Because in a sport as physical as American football, any loss in a strategic position can have huge consequences for the team's performance. Because the match took place on Friday, there is still no official details on the severity of the injury. Jim Harbaugh, true to his reserved style, is expected to comment vaguely only at his Monday press conference, while the official injury report will not be released until midweek. Even so, Perryman's mere progression from questionable to out is enough to raise concern. And let's face it, seeing a key player wearing a protective boot is never a good omen, especially when it's someone who plays a key position on defense. Of course, there's a possibility that this is simply a precautionary measure, considering the strain of the long trip back from Brazil to Los Angeles. But the question remains, how long can the Chargers be without one of their starting linebackers? This uncertainty adds an extra layer of tension to the preparation for their next matchup, which will be none other than Monday Night Football against the Las Vegas Raiders, a game that promises to be intense and decisive for the rest of the season. If Perryman truly needs to be out, the team already has alternatives. Troy Dye is the top candidate to take over some of the starting duties, while rookie Marlowe Wax is also expected to gain more playing time alongside Dion Henley. Still, the linebacker situation remains delicate, especially since Junior Colson, another key player, has already been lost for the entire season in the final roster cuts. This uncertainty puts more pressure on the team, but it is precisely in this scenario of doubt that a glimmer of hope emerges. Justin Herbert. While the defense suffers significant losses, the offensive responsibility falls to the quarterback, who is increasingly establishing himself as the Chargers' leader and star, showing that, even in the face of obstacles, the team has reason to continue dreaming big and seeking more victories this season. Herbert, with his skill and composure, remains the central figure who can turn any adversity into opportunity, keeping fans excited and confident in the team's future. When the ball needed an owner, Justin Herbert stepped up as a true leader. The Chargers quarterback not only led the victory, but also left his mark on one of the most memorable performances of Week 1 in the NFL. He threw for 318 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 32 yards rushing, including the decisive run for a first down that virtually ended any hope of a comeback from the Chiefs in the final moments of the game. Herbert played with composure, intelligence, and confidence, making it clear that he is the beating heart of the team and the Bolts' main offensive weapon. This victory marked the first time Los Angeles defeated Kansas City since 2021, ending a 7-game losing streak against their rival. For Jim Harbaugh, a coach who always demands the best from his players, the moment was not only special, but historic. September 5th will be remembered in Chargers history. It was a monumental victory, he declared, visibly moved. The phrase reflects not only the importance of the result, but also the psychological weight of finally overcoming an opponent that dominated the AFC West for nearly a decade. The game also made history for another reason. It was only the second NFL game held in South America, again in São Paulo, bringing together passionate fans and distinguished guests. Brazilian star Neymar watched closely, while the crowd reveled in a unique atmosphere brimming with energy and emotion. On the cultural side, singer Karol G livened up the halftime show, but ultimately, the one who truly stole the show was Herbert. He became only the third quarterback in Chargers history to record more than 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in a season debut, a feat that further cements his importance to the franchise. The duel with Patrick Mahomes was exactly what fans expected, and even more intense. Mahomes finished with 258 yards and a touchdown, but faced constant pressure, 2 sacks, and crucial mistakes in decisive moments. The Chargers defense, led by Khalil Mack, gave the MVP no respite, forcing quick decisions that cost the Kansas City team dearly. On the offensive side, rookie Quentin Johnston shone, catching 2 touchdowns, one of 23 yards and the other of 5 yards, and proving he can be a reliable partner for Herbert throughout the season. Even with moments of drama, like Harrison Butker's 59-yard field goal that brought momentary hope to the Chiefs, it was Herbert who secured the final celebration in blue and gold. With this triumph, the Chargers not only started the season with high morale, but also rekindled a long-held dream to be a real threat to Kansas City's reign in the AFC West. Now, with confidence high, all eyes turn to the next challenge on Monday. Night football against the Raiders, and the question on fans' minds is clear. Is this the true beginning of the Harbaugh-Herbert era on the road to the Super Bowl? Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with all the exclusive news about our favorite team, CA.